Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo! Mott's leaving! Yay! Oh, I wish I could be more excited, but my head is pounding. So if I end up closing this eye a lot, it's because it makes the headache better. Since you came over, I've been dying to redecorate my place. Thanks for giving me a kick to do whatever was in... to do whatever it was in me that was dragging... sentence. I can't brain today. Diner tile. I prefer dinner tile. You know, there's some places where, like, you go to the restaurant and they serve your meal, like, literally on a floor tile, and I don't understand. Like, it's a cleaned floor tile. Like, it's not like they just pulled one off the floor, but still, it's weird, man. I just don't understand that. But, yeah. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to talk about today. I don't overly know, and honestly, talking is kind of making my head hurt, which is always fun. Good jump in puddles. Be sure to dry off later. It's on your mind. I want to chat. Put in the stream about some You want some diner tile? I have some. This is kind of awkward. Would you be willing to sell me yours? How much? Sounds good to me. I feel like I have something like on my lips or something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Trying to think. Because, like, I've already done my big World of Warships ramble, and, like, I haven't got much else to ramble about. Ooh, we have a campsite villager. What do we got? Who's in here? I swear if it's that bird again. It is not. It's another bunny. Dottie. Hey, look, I know it's kind of sudden, but I decided to set up camp here. Trip was so last minute, but I'm totally glad I listened to that little voice in my head. I have no idea who you are, but I don't need female villagers. I've had 2 males move out. I need more males. I don't want, like, a waifu town. Like, that's not what I want. Picked a pretty bad day to visit, though, given it's raining, but I honestly can't wait for it to rain IRL. It's so hot. That's probably where a lot of my headache is coming from, if I'm honest. It's just the heat, and, like, I'm not the best at hydrating. Like, I drank a lot yesterday, I think. But also, when I went to the washroom when I woke up today, I showed clear signs of dehydration. So, I don't think I was very well hydrated yesterday. Which also probably explains why my throat was dying on me during the stream. I think I streamed for 5 hours and had 2 cups of coffee. So I think, yeah, I don't think I actually drank that much yesterday. Because normally, for a 5-hour stream, I would have went through almost 3, possibly even 4 cups of coffee. So, yeah, especially with this heat. Hey, Mott, I'm still gonna write you a letter, but, like, thank you for moving out. You know, I've decided to move out. I'm getting ready for it right now. Man, once you decide to move, there's so many things you have to worry about, Queen. Think about who keep peace in this town. Who... My muscles will stay in shape. I mean, I barely exercise. They keep themselves in shape. Like, no joke. I have pretty... Like, I'm not, like, buff. Like, I'm not I couldn't, like, flex on anybody, but, like, I'm not unfit, and I barely exercise. So could I get some advice from you, Chickpea? What do you like most in people? I mean, the little things kind of encompasses personality. But I'll say personality, because, like, I like people with personality. That's so you, Chickpea. People like you are like magnets, always attracting friends with truly good qualities. Must be why people around here always talk about you. You're good to the core. I mean, thank you, Carlos. Centipede. We haven't had one of those in a long time. Didn't even know they were around again. We have an owl. They have a very fine moon. Neat. Yeah, the funny thing with, like, the solstice in Animal Crossing, and I feel like I should mention this because it is kind of like, okay, so in real life, the summer solstice is the longest day of the year. Like, that is just what it is. That doesn't mean it's one day out of the year where it's insanely long. No, it literally is. It's just slightly longer than every other day around it. But the other days around it are almost as long. You know, it's not some magical thing. I also really need to get around to putting flowers behind all these bushes. That way I don't need to really worry about there possibly being a fossil behind them. But, yeah, I am really struggling for things to talk about because my brain is barely functioning today. Like, the only thing literally on my mind is the heat. It's so bad. I kind of just want this heat wave to be over and it to be winter again already. And, like, I know there's so many people that are like, but the summer's so great. No, it isn't. The summer sucks. And, like, I know there are undoubtedly, some people around the world who would be like, oh, man, you know, like, the heat wave here, we've been getting, like, 36-ish degrees. And, like, there'd be people like, oh, man, like, that's nothing. That's, like, I don't even know what that would be in Fahrenheit. Because it'll almost certainly always be an American, and they'll almost always be from Texas. Being like, that's nothing. It's like, yeah, okay, but you guys had your entire state shut down by, like, a centimeter of snow. You have no grounds to criticize me. You know. And, like, I know the argument would be of, like, oh, well, the infrastructure just wasn't set up to handle snow. It's like, yeah, and ours isn't set up to handle the heat. Imagine that. Nova Scotia itself is a very humid place. Not as humid as other places in the world, but it's kind of in the middle. Like, we're not, like, super dry like a lot of, like, the US, but we're also not, like, as humid as the UK. We haven't seen Velma for a while. Oh, good evening, hon. How are you coping with the rain? It's not nearly as bad. It's not nearly as bad at night. We want to talk about... How about we talk about Lobo trying to phase through your umbrella? Strange request. You bury something for me. Okay. Time capsule. It's very strange of me, right? Yeah, I'll bury your time capsule. This means a lot to me. Bury the time capsule wherever you want. I've stored it with your letters. Don't peek inside. Just bury it. Why would I peek inside? I have no need to peek inside. Lobo! Boof. Seem doing okay in the rain. But it's getting dark, so watch out there, princess. Hey, you don't even care whether what's falling from the sky is rain or broccoli. Want to talk to me? I mean, if it was broccoli, I'd kind of like that. Heard about shaking trees and fruit fall, right? Something with tree though, fruit on it. Sometimes money or fruit. Yeah, I know, Lobo. Now you just need to be careful what tree you shake. And then, you know, it kind of solves itself. Alright, we should go talk with Velma. Tell her we've buried her time capsule. Velma. She went across the bridge, didn't she? She was on the bridge. Or just the other side. I mean, it might stop. Who knows? I buried it. Thank you for burying that capsule for me. At some point, I'm going to ask you to dig it up again. But it'll be a while, so don't forget where you buried it. Be pretty hard to. I buried it right out in front of your house. Because that's just what I do to keep track of time capsules. I have yet to find the money rock, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. But yeah, I wish this heat would stop and just go away. I don't want the heat. I prefer the cold. Which is like, okay. For those of you who, like, don't mind the heat, but absolutely hate the cold, who would be like this in the winter, I do need to ask you, like, but why? Why do you hate the cold? Like, in the cold, you can bundle up. You can do something about the cold. You really can't do anything about the heat. It's just always hot. And, like, I know the argument would be, oh, we'll get, like, an air conditioner. It's like, yeah, but at that same argument, I could say get a heater. You know? And that air conditioner still doesn't help you when you leave your house. Need to spice up my greeting. No more puff. Something just for Carlos? Okay. Help him stay cool. You know what? If he wants to stay cool. Peppa Pig, Peppa Pig. Sounds great to me. Can't think of stuff like that. I don't know. Because you don't have, you know, someone quite amazing in your life who has a little sister who loves Peppa Pig. Maybe that's why, Carlos? Maybe you should try that. I also need to finish my supper at some point. I literally was trying to eat earlier and was just like, I can't. It's too hot. I ate most of my food, though. So the market's so late, we'll need you something, Queen. Something you need? Let's talk. This part of town is pretty lonely at this time of day. Not many folks are out about at this hour. I actually kind of like it like this, Queen. What are you talking about? Like, Claudia's right here. You two were good friends, weren't you? You caught me, Steven. Totally over my budget this month, but here I am shopping anyway. That is fair. But yeah, oh god, I really wish I could think of something to talk about. Blah. Sessa fossil, specifically 4 fossils. Suppose I could talk about how I've already been playing a bit of Perfect Dark on the Nintendo Switch Online Mature 17 Plus N64 section. Which, can I just say how silly it is that they have that section when they literally have, like, 007 already in the regular N64 Online bit? Like, they literally did it for Turok Dinosaur Hunter and Perfect Dark. And you have to download them as a separate thing. Like, they don't just update the N64 thing. And it's like, but why? Why are they not just part of it? I don't get it. I just noticed the welcome mat is Shrunk's face. Ooh, Rasher's here for a concert. Hey, Rash. Oh, Steven, you haven't changed a bit. May have changed a little. DJ KK? Forget that for now. You're after a song? Oh, yeah. Cool. Taking requests, you got an itch for an old favorite? You can belt out the name of the song or just tell me how you're feeling. All cool with me. I'll let you pick, KK. Surprises? No problem. Got just the tune. Dig it. I'm ready like Freddy, so sit and be steady. I'll sit right here. Enough tuning, let's groove. Next one's for you, Steven. It's called Only Me. That was really nice. Cool, man, cool. Check out your pockets. Slipped you a boot of the song. Thanks, KK. Yeah, that was actually a really nice one. Nice somber song. I really like KK's more somber ones. Like, his more, like, upbeat and, you know, catchy songs are always nice. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, I do really like when he's just playing, like, a nice somber song. It's really nice. Let's come sell things. What is bonus today, anyway? Pond skaters. Specifically pond skaters. Neat. But yeah, I have been playing a bit of Perfect Dark again. And I will say, it is kind of awkward to use the Pro Controller. Because, like, the controls aren't quite what I want them to be. Wobblina, what do you think? Go for it. I think that would actually kind of fit. Alright, I'll take the plunge. I'd like to buy this, please. Just can't wait to get this back home. Like, the best way I can describe it is, the A and B buttons are literally A and B. Which, if you've ever used an N64 controller, you know that's not kind of not how the buttons work. Which makes things really awkward. Like, I really wish I could just remap it. But you can't. I mean, technically you can. You can remap buttons on a controller. But I also don't really want to remap the buttons every time I want to go play the N64 emulator, and then have to remap them back when I'm done. You know. Like, honestly, that's been the most, like, annoying thing. Thanks, Brewster. But I mean, that's also just kind of the problem with having a controller that, like, does not have as many face buttons as the N64 controller did. Because for those who've never used an N64 controller, it has 6 total face buttons. And 1 joystick, 1 D-pad. L and R and Z. It's where Nintendo gets Z from. That's why it's ZL ZRs, because their initial foray into extra buttons was the Z button. But it had the A and B button, and the 4 C buttons, which were all, like, a directional button. Like, there was up C, down C, left C, right C. And, like, that doesn't translate that terribly well onto a Pro controller, which only has, or even the Joy-Cons, because they just simply, like, they only have 4 face buttons. But when emulating on PC, I can I can use the right stick pretty well as the C buttons. Like, that isn't really a problem. It would be better and easier using, like, a Wii U Pro controller. / like, a Wii U, like, gamepad. Because the, was not expecting that to go down right away. The right stick is above the buttons, which is where the C buttons were. Like, the best way to put it is, where the right stick is, for this to be the most, like, accurate, it would have to be the A and B buttons, and then the face buttons be, the C buttons. But that's not exactly how it works. I also want to see if Isabel wants to do a ceremony for the fortune tellers. I don't know if she does or not, because I think she does a ceremony for other things. I just don't remember if she does one for the fortune tellers. Oh, Mayor, I just remembered. The chance to collect old ceremony. Okay. I'd be happy to attend it. Hooray! The ceremony will be held outside the train station. Oh, I thought it'd be on Main Street. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the grand completion ceremony for Sapphire's vital fortune teller shop. Thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. I'm Isabel, and I'll be your host today. Thank you, thank you. You're too kind. And keep this short and sweet, so let's jump right in. First, we have an incredibly short speech from our very own mayor. Take it away, Mayor Stephen. We did it. Well said, Mayor. You have quite a way with words. Okay, moving on. Everybody here, please locate that item we passed out earlier and get ready. Now, celebrate the completion of this public works project and all the hard work that made it possible, and Mayor Stephen's money. Ready, set, pop! That concludes our ceremony. Thanks everyone for all your hard work and for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here. Yay! And we've talked to all 4 of them, so it really doesn't matter at this point. Also, I know this hasn't been a terribly long episode, and I've barely talked about anything, but I think I'm going to be ending it soon. I will say, I am aware there is an N64 controller for the, for the NSO, and I'm kind of actually tempted to get one, but I have other things I need to buy first. Like some blue light glasses to see if that helps with my constant headaches, because this is getting ridiculous. And, like, for those who, like, have been watching this entire series, these headaches are nothing new. I get them quite often. They've gotten better since I turned my desk the way I've turned it. When my desk was still facing that way, which is towards where my light is, they were a lot worse and more frequent. Now that I've turned it back facing the wall, they're not as bad, but I still have monitor, TV. You know, I'm sitting in front of 2 displays all the time. And, like, it's definitely not good for my eyes to be dealing with that. So now I'm pretty sure I made the upstairs bigger. So let's actually deal with that really quick. Yeah. Especially because, like, I got this song to put away. Only me. You know, I kind of like the photos staying there. They're not centered, though. I could do... is that... and that. Yeah! Friends! Yeah, this is a pretty nice one. I'm worried the longer I take to end the episode, the higher the chance there's gonna be a villager going like, hey, I want to visit! It's like, but I don't want this right now. But yeah, that is gonna be it for today. It's hot. You can see the sweat glistening on my forehead. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo! See you all then!